What's up guys, Zenigami here, and let's go through the 30 stamina, 2 artists, Giolla and Brook Fortnight Island on the Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. The island is going to have Shirahoshi books. Both of these characters, Brook and Giolla, are actually quite good, and would highly recommend getting copies of those. Shush phone, we're busy right now. The rest of the skill books are here, and we're just going to get into it. The condition for the island is pretty unique. The condition for the island is that you can... you must have a team that has one of every single color on the team. So we're going to be using the most fun team we could do. It's a raid boss team. We're going to be using a Franky raid boss. Franky captain ability boosts your attack by 2.5 times if you have one of every single color on the team. And he boosts your health by 1.5 if you have a powerhouse, a free spirit, a slasher, a fighter, a shooter, and a striker on your team. So as long as you have shooter, striker, fighter, slasher, then Franky will give you health. And of course, Blackbeard is going to be on because you have a shooter, a striker, a fighter, and a slasher on your team. But the requirement is that you must have one of every color. So you can use one of every color with like a 5+ Luffy captain. You can use class-based teams like a free spirit team or a striker team or a fighter team or anything like that. But you must have boom, 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 one of every single color. Giolla also despairs, so if you and potentially silences, but she'll always despair for 4 turns. So if you bring a despair reducer, that's always going to be a great idea. The mini boss for this stage is, of course, our Brook, who also shows up on the final stage. The final stage version is going to be different if you have Brook or not. And if you have Brook on the final stage, it'll just be Giolla and Brook. Giolla will have half the amount of health that she normally would, and Brook will just kill himself, except now the Giolla will silence your right column for 4 turns. So if you have anti-silence, you want to put them on the left turn, or you have characters you don't really care about using their specials, so you want to put those guys on the right turn. Giolla will also give you block orbs, potentially. So bringing someone who gets rid of block orbs can be quite useful, like bringing your Kuma, or a Shiki, who will help you get rid of block orbs. Quite nice to have. And this Kuma here on this team can be replaced with any red character. There are a lot of characters on this team that can be swapped out. I'm just using this because it's fun to use a whole bunch of raid boss characters all at once, right? The mini boss Brook is going to be a Dex character. He's going to have an endurance buff up for 99 turns. So at first you might think that you'll need to have an endurance, some way to kill him with a special ability. But once you get Brook below 50% health, he will just kill himself. Mini boss Giolla is going to preemptively give you all badly matching orbs if you have a way to change badly matching into matching. For example, raid boss Pika. This is a great time to use that. She will also blind you for 2 turns. And has about 230,000 hit points. So we're going to just kill everyone who is everyone we can right now. And then attack her the next turn. She attacks every 2 turns for 4,700. And will also that's really all you gotta worry about is that 4,700 attack every 2 turns. Not very risky at all. And even if you can't kill her because you don't have good orbs or you're blinded, you'll totally be fine. Boom. Every 2 turns, she'll also clear buffs and shuffle your orbs again. Nothing dangerous though, just a clear buff and orb shuffle. So she'd be able to kill her on the 3rd or the 4th turn every time. For this team in particular, if you're using a team like this one or any other team with a Franky on there, Franky is going to be a non-conditional type boost, so he'll boost the attack of your entire team, which is quite nice. And then with an orb booster like Kuma, you've got everything you need. And the Giolla on stage 4 does drop, and I've actually had a pretty high chance of the Giolla on stage 4 dropping, which is fun. You can get Giolla twice in a run, or you can get Giolla and Brook in a run. We can get one more turn so I can have all my specials ready just because. On the final boss, Giolla will shuffle your orbs, so you don't need to worry about manipulating orbs. And hey, there's a secret boss version. So we get the secret boss version with Brook on here. She will prevent delay if you get the Brook. Always lowers your attack. So here's what Giolla always does. She always despairs you for 4 turns. She'll always prevent delay. She'll always shuffle your orbs and includes block orbs. And she'll always lower your attack for 2 turns. I don't know if I mentioned lower the attack for 2 turns. She'll always lower attack for 2 turns of all colors. It just rotates through the colors. But with the Brook one, she'll also silence your right column for 4 turns. And if you have a Despair or a Silence Reducer, you want to put them on the left turn. It looks like I actually have like no anti-despair on this team. I have level 1 anti-despair on this team, which is like annoying. Can't believe I have 5 raid bosses and level 1 anti-despair. How did I do that? Every 2 turns, she'll shuffle your orbs and clear buffs. And I'm just going to look for some orbs and it will kill her next turn easily. There we go. Our captains are back. Kuma special for matching orbs. Blackbeard special. And her health is so low that she will die. As long as you can survive past the despair turns, Giolla normally only has 530,000 hit points. So it's no matter which version she has, as long as you live past the despair, you should be okay. The Chopper Man missions are, if you don't know, over here on Chopper. Click on the purple button over here, or the pink button over here, and there are 2 different rows of missions. There is the run the 20 stamina mission 20 times, and that will give you 2 gems, and also Cola the first time, Giolla after 5 runs, Brook after 10 runs. On the 30 stamina one, it's also run it 20 times. Oops. The 30 stamina one is also run it 20 times. You get Elder Turtle, Brook, Princess Turtle, and then 3 gems for running it 20 times. So you'll want to do this to run at highest difficulty 20 times for sure. And since it gives you gems, I'd say might as well do the 20 stamina at least a few times as well, maybe, to get the Cola and the Giolla and the Brook for free. The new characters, Giolla and Brook. Let me sort by get date. Down here. Let's start with Brook. Brook is a free spirit slasher. He's actually, both of these characters actually, like I said earlier, have great specials. Brook's special, we're going to ignore their captain abilities, they're both worthless. The special for Brook changes block, tandem, empty, and no, not recovery, just block, tandem, empty, and bomb orbs into dex orbs and boosts orbs by 1.5 times. He also does indeed have 4 sockets. So not only is he an orb booster, he's also almost a Kuma orb manipulation, just doesn't do recovery orbs, does block, tandem, empty, and bomb orbs, gives you a bunch of dex orbs, and also boosts orbs by 1.5. So Brook is going to be great on either a dex team or even on like a heavy slasher team. If you use Zoro, Mihawk, Doflamingo, Brook, whatever like that, that's already 4 dex characters on your team, gives you a bunch of dex orbs and boosts by 1.5. A weaker orb boost than Kuma indeed, but it's a Fortnite character. How can you like not like that for a Fortnite character? And 4 sockets is always great to have. Giolla has 4 sockets once evolved, so another very high socket character. Her special reduces damage taken by 90%, and shuffles all orbs, including block orbs, into red, green, or blue orbs. So you can use her with something else that makes orbs into a different color. So like if you can use her with something that makes red orbs into another color, or use her with a time skip Luffy. So that way those green and blue orbs will count as matching orbs. The red orbs won't, but the green and blue will with that time skip Luffy special. And also works as a 90% damage reducer. The same thing as Perona. That's the old Fortnite Perona, but now she has a ton more sockets than Fortnite Perona does. Has slightly different typing than Fortnite Perona. And instead of Fortnite Perona's defense reduction, she is an orb manipulator that also gets rid of block orbs on, once again, a 14 turn cooldown. So both Giolla and Brook, very, very useful. Tons of sockets on them. Shirahoshi books on the island and a bunch of other books, whichever ones you guys like. I've been Zenigami, thank you so much for watching. Y'all stay beautiful.